Welcome to the MGS4 items and camouflage tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about all of the items that will be relevant to you during a speedrun, as well as the camouflage. So starting off, you have the solid eye, which you could see in the bottom left. The interesting thing about the solid eye, which you get upon meeting Mark II at the very beginning of the game, is you can change to a couple view versions. Normal highlights guns like this, as well as when looking at a enemy, you can see what he's using, how far away he is from you. You can see his stamina, his health, what faction he's a part of. There's a lot of different information you can gain from this. Ammo types, items you could pick up. I already have it, but trust me, there would have been the Middle Eastern camouflage in that locker. But it also has binocular mode if, you were missing binoculars from the good old Metal Gears. And night vision mode. Night vision itself's not super good. Alright, Melon, take care. Thanks for hanging out. Night vision itself's not super good. You could use it in things like Wolf, but other than that, you're probably not going to swap to it too much, because it's actually kind of hard to swap to it instantly, since there's menu kickback and a little bit of delay. The rest of the items are much simpler. We got Mark II, which is given to you automatically. You're never going to use the Mark II for anything. The drum can is given to you automatically. The drum can's main use is to press X and then roll over enemies like this. If you use it too long, you will puke. So, watch out for that. But you can also unequip it instantly by just pressing it. What? Oh, okay, he's just stunned. One sec. Otherwise, you'll get the iPod instantly when you start the game. Signal interceptor when you start Act 3. Both of these you'll probably never use. SIGs are automatic. Syringe is very useful if you're running any percent. Starting on solid normal, when Snake builds stress, his stress will tick down at his psych, which makes him aim worse. He gets knocked out easier. He can get hurt rolling. And recovering his psych to max with adrenaline is extremely critical. On a new game run, you don't get this until Act 2, the octopus fight. So you need to be a little bit more careful, but otherwise, outside of Act 2, starting on Solid Normal, New Game Plus, and Vamp, you're not going to touch the syringe. And Mantis, obviously. Obviously, it's not necessarily obvious. Rations are your default healing item. On every difficulty except TBE, you only need rations. On TBE, if you're playing any percent, you'll want rations, noodles, and regains. If you're doing rank 1, you don't need any of it, because that's the definition of rank 1 in this game. And the only other items worth talking about are the bandana and stealth. Both of these are banned for normal runs of the game, but they could be useful if you wanted to get some experimental runs or actually fastest with 0 performance. They are special items, so you can't use them in rank 1. Bandana gives you infinite ammo, and stealth makes you invisible unless you shoot an enemy Actually, wait, I think you could even shoot an enemy with it on. Unless you bump into an enemy. Camouflage, on the other hand, if you're going for Big Boss, you'll pick up the Middle Eastern disguise. Or if you're on TBE and worried about being shot too much on any percent, which you will receive a lot of bullets, you're going to want to pick up the Middle Eastern. Otherwise, you could skip it. Act 2 has another costume called the South American disguise, but that one's largely irrelevant, and it's a bit inconvenient to get. So, just tank whatever you can. Unless you're on New Game Plus, then you'd actually use it for TBE so you don't get destroyed. Face camos. Young with bandana, and MGS1 are given to you automatically. If you're going for Big Boss, you'll pick up all of these beauty camos. But the only one that really matters is L Beauty. L Beauty makes it so that in Act 3, when a guard sees you, and this is not exclusive to LB, this is any camo that's not Snake. As long as you haven't triggered an alert wearing this face camo, guards in Act 3 will not react to you. So, this is the easiest and most important one to get for a new game run. The rest of these are too late or come later. The other camo worth talking about is the Big Boss camo. So what the Big Boss camo does is it incites fear in anyone who sees it. Let's see if I can find a guy and show you how it works. There might be someone. In the meantime, so the way you get this face camo is by completing the game on the hardest difficulty with the Big Boss rank. Overall, this item saves 2-3 minutes. Oh, there's one. 2 to 3 minutes of time and is extremely beneficial. Doesn't count as a special item. It's kinda contentious, but for now it's allowed, and if you want to be honestly competitive in New Game Plus, it is a must-have at the current time. So with that, we've completed all of the camouflages that will ever come up and the items. Hopefully this helps.